Every day, recruiters post thousands of jobs on LinkedIn. And here's how you can make the most of these opportunities. Make sure you keep your profile updated. Use a recent photo of yourself, update your work experience and educational background so that recruiters can find you easily. Once you're set, you can kickstart your search for a job. First, head to the Jobs section and update your career interests. Make sure you signal recruiters that you're open to new jobs so that they can contact you when there's an opening. You can scroll down to give more details like preferred job title, job location, and industries you are interested in. Based on your profile and preferences, you will see many recommendations from LinkedIn. You can also search for specific jobs here by using different kinds of filters and set a job alert for these recommendations. When you find a job of your choice, simply apply with a click. To apply, just fill in the required information and attach your latest resume. Once you've applied, don't just wait to hear from the recruiters. Connect with people who work in that company and ask for a referral. Connect with alumni, batchmates, and colleagues. The right connections can help you land your dream job. There are numerous opportunities out there for you. Get started with your job search on LinkedIn.
Kristen! Michelle is excited about the sleepover. I'm looking forward to showing you around. But first, did you get a chance to sign an NDA? As part of the health and wellness program, we have fresh carrots, ants on a log, and of course, 100% juices.
That's not 99, it's 100.
We also like to treat ourselves. We're all about work hard, play hard. We like to reward our guests with plenty of opportunities to relieve stress, like video games, movies, maybe just a good old nap. Just don't forget to use your PTO.
What's PTO?
Playtime outside. Hashtag duh. So, Kristen, Michelle tells me you like drawing. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
High school?
Great. How do you feel about relocating?
Fine.
Hey girls, do you mind doing those dishes when you're done?
Will we get allowance?
Let's put compensation in the parking lot for now and talk about what you will get out of this that will advance you in the long run. Are you open to an exploratory conversation?
Are you interviewing anywhere else? I think you have great experience. May not compete at your company. References.
Take care. Thanks for coming over. If you had a good time, send us some referrals. So, how do you think that went?
Embarrassing.
All right, thanks for the feedback, sweetie. Let's talk about what you want in your next sleepover. What are your 3 to 5 must-haves?
Good morning, Africa, Central Eastern Europe, Southern Eastern Europe, Turkey, Greece, Malta, Israel, Ghana, Nigeria, wherever you're watching from. Welcome to another LinkedIn live stream. It's Monday morning. And of course, I welcome you to this live stream where we're going to be talking about how to hire AI engineers. So welcome, welcome, welcome. No matter where you're watching from, today's live stream is all about you. If you're in recruitment, talent acquisition, if you're a hiring manager, or if you are a job seeker as an AI engineer, we'll be talking to you throughout the course of this live stream. In this live stream, of course, we share some tips which help make your jobs a lot easier. But before I even get into that, let me check if we are connected and if you can hear me. My name is Stuart Samkange from LinkedIn. I've been with LinkedIn for the last 5 years, and with LinkedIn, I have the opportunity on a daily basis to work with higher educational institutions, the colleges, the high schools, the universities, any higher educational institution that is looking to brand, attract students, attract research, attract grants, attract funds that are coming in through the forms of endowments, or even to attract candidates like yourself to come and work for them. I also have the opportunity to help these institutions get skills for jobs. Welcome to this live stream. Like I said, if you are watching, tell me where you're watching from, because of course, this live stream, we try and personalize it to what you care about. And of course, I start off these live streams on a regular basis with a question for the day. The question for today is, to AI or not to AI? That is the question. So ask yourself, for your business, for your role, does AI play a role? Will AI transform? Will AI bring in some efficiencies? Will AI ultimately deliver the results and impact that your organization wants to achieve? And if so, then you're definitely on the right live stream, because we will be talking about how to hire AI engineers. All right. I want to get straight into it. Of course, I've already asked you the question of the day, which is, to AI or not to AI? Jump into the chats. Let me know if you think AI has a future in your business. And of course, if you need help hiring AI engineers, which is what we're going to be covering in this live stream. And the reason why we're covering it is because at LinkedIn, we pride ourselves in leveraging insights when we look at jobs. We've covered several jobs, and we'll be talking about that shortly, the jobs that are highest in demand. Well, guess what? AI engineers are greatly in demand in these sectors: higher education, government, healthcare, and of course, commercial sectors. So if you are a recruiter, a CIO, a project manager, if you are leading the transformation of your organization, maybe even from a marketing perspective, AI plays a role in different parts of our business. So the call out today is not just specifically to HR managers. It's not just specifically to recruiters. It is not just specifically to hiring managers, but it's to broadly reach out for leaders across different areas of the business that can see a place for AI helping to drive efficiency across our technology stack, efficiency across how we interact with internal people and external audiences, and of course, efficiency in the results that we get. So if you are watching, I'm still waiting for people to jump into the chat. Let me know where you're watching from, because we want to make this conversation all about you. And of course, when we say it's all about you, you have the opportunity to ask questions on this live stream. All right, I'd love to get started, but I want someone to jump in the chat if you can, and let me know if you can hear me and where you're watching from, so that we can make this contextual. As we make it contextual, and as we wait for people to get into the chat, I want to now start off our session in terms of how we're going to go about it and what help you're going to get and what you can expect from this live stream. As I said, we're predominantly focusing on assisting those of you that are in the role of bringing in great talent into your organization. So are you responsible for digital transformation? Are you responsible for bringing in talent holistically across the business? Because when we host these live streams, we're looking to assist you. And what we've found is that when organizations are looking for talent, the best in class is a combination of multiple parts of the business coming together to help engage talent. So what are some of these organizations that come together in an institution? Well, we found that in the past, when marketing and HR, or marketing and talent acquisition, come together in terms of branding, in terms of presence, then they have a much better chance of engaging and letting talent know about the opportunities that they have available. Again, when talent or HR or talent acquisition partners closer with the hiring manager, with the hiring organization, within your organization, well, that's it. This is how we get it going. I seem to have a little bit of an error coming up on my screen here. If you are still watching the stream and you can see it, do let me know, because I seem to have an error that's popping up. If there is no error, let me know also, and we continue with this live stream. All right, so we're on about what help we can give you as an organization in terms of going out there to hire talent. In terms of helping you hire talent, like we said, we help you plan, get insights, brand, and ultimately bring that talent into your organization. What else are we going to be covering in this live stream? In this live stream, we also be covering for those who missed earlier live streams, we have been covering several jobs. We have covered jobs like recruiting, like recruiting recruiters, recruiting hiring managers, recruiting fundraisers, recruiting donor relations managers. We've also covered other roles such as teachers and teaching assistants. And one of our most popular live streams was how to hire software developers. So those are some of the live streams that we covered. And when we covered those live streams, we shared with them resources. So if you missed the live streams, don't worry. We have some resources for you. If you scan the QR code that you can see in the corner there, that QR code will lead you through to not only see some of the other jobs that we covered, which were, of course, fundraisers, teachers, hiring HR managers, hiring recruiters, hiring software developers. You can also get to see the skills that are required, the most in-demand skills. And in that QR code that you're going to scan, you're also going to get access to our predictions for the future of recruiting and, of course, the landscape around learning and development. Of course, LinkedIn provides you a host of solutions with well over 20,000 courses available to you and your community in terms of developing talent. Now, I share always the LinkedIn Learning platform in terms of what content is available because we know right now, in terms of recruiting, there's two lenses that our recruiters are using. One is, of course, a skills-first hiring lens, which is where they're approaching jobs and looking to solve and hire for those jobs by predominantly focusing on skills. And you'll see that as we talk about today, how we're going to be hiring AI engineers. We also share the list of courses that we have available because as organizations right now, you are taking the choice of either looking for that talent externally or developing internal talent to play some of these roles, such as AI engineers. So if that's the journey you're going on, LinkedIn assists you both to leverage LinkedIn Learning as a way to attract talent by positioning 20,000 courses as one of the benefits you'll get if you join us. And then secondly, for our internal mobility candidates, how we can leverage LinkedIn Learning to help them grow into some of these new roles that we're talking about. And of course, in terms of holistically helping you, there's a lot that LinkedIn can help you with. And I just wanted to put it up there in case you're sitting back and saying, what else can LinkedIn help me do in terms of hiring talent for my organization? We help you with planning, finding the talent, engaging the talent, interviewing the talent, managing that talent when it comes on board, and further developing it. So those are some of the things that we can help you with. But without digressing, what are we going to cover today? What's the agenda? The agenda is simple. It's like we've done with other streams. We talk, first of all, why would anyone hire AI engineers and what role do they play in our world of work? Next, we go into, once we've understood the role, we can now go into how do we position these jobs and where do we find this talent? How do we meaningfully engage this talent? And when we've done that, how do we interview them? What are the 3 questions to ask for hard skills? What are the 3 questions to ask for soft skills? And what 3 questions will give me some insights or at least an understanding of some of the behavior that I can expect from that candidate based on how they respond to the question. And then, of course, we end off the live stream by giving you some links in where you can get additional help. So that's our live stream agenda. That's what to expect this morning. A very good morning to you. And if you are joining, please let me know where you're joining from because I can see Cyprian is joining from Tanzania. And I hope the rest of you will start jumping into the chat. I know we're talking today specifically about how to hire AI engineers. But broadly speaking, and looking at how organizations position these jobs, some of the things we'll talk about today will also resonate with the communities that leverage these titles in the world of work. So related titles to artificial intelligence could be machine learning, could be, of course, big data engineers, could be our software engineers and our cloud engineers, and some of our data scientists. So as an organization, if you're looking to bring in talent as an AI engineers, or you're looking to bring in any other tech talent, we're here to partner with you. So why did I share this? I wanted you to put on your thinking cap a little bit loosely so that you can broadly think about some of these questions and the help we're offering in a broader sense. Now, on to our first point. Why would we go out there and hire an artificial intelligence engineer? The world around us has changed, digitally transformed, changed the way we play, changed the way we work, change the way we access healthcare, change the way that we interact with our students, our communities. With that change, it has necessitated that the technologies that we use, the data, the insights that we have available for us, that we use those emerging technologies to solve business problems that we have in a more creative way. Some of the solutions that our AI engineers can help us do is provide greater insights and accuracy to the work that we do. And like I alluded to, in terms of the industries where we've seen the most demand, these are higher education, healthcare, government, and of course, broadly, the commercial sector. So that's why we hire AI engineers, is that we're looking for them to come in to leverage all that engineering experience, the computer science experience, to enable the machines, the software programs to think for themselves. So as you can see, this is a bit of a role where research and development skills are required. And we'll be looking at that as we look at some of the skills that you'll be looking at in terms of identifying this talent. What's more, you can also see that communication skills are essential in this role. Because as we transform holistically, we're talking about transforming internally, talking about transforming externally, how we engage with our audience, and transforming the technologies and the processes and the way our people work with all of these. So communication skills are absolutely critical. The ability for that person to simply interpret how technology can solve some of these problems, to listen in keenly to understand the business problems we're solving for, and then ultimately to deliver a solution that delivers impact and results for our audience and our community. So these are some of the reasons why broadly we might, as an institution, as a higher education organization, as a government or a commercial organization, start thinking about why we need to hire AI engineers. And as we think about them, let us also have the mindset that as much as they're interacting across multiple teams, it might necessitate the need for them to lead cross-functional teams. So this is a bit of a leadership role. So I'm asking you, as you think about this role, yes, it is a software engineer role, but of course, we need to also think outside the box in terms of how else this role ultimately impacts the business at large, and the necessity of that role to play a leadership role in transforming the way that we work. All right, let's carry on. And now I want to transition over to looking at some of the skills and qualifications to look for when you're looking for an artificial intelligence engineer. And here's what I'm asking you to do. Again, I'm asking you to think broadly here in terms of artificial engineers, and the role they'll play in your business might be different. Some of the qualifications I'll put up on screen here might not resonate with the national requirements that you might have in your geography. However, broadly speaking, of course, leveraging LinkedIn Insights, where we get the opportunity to look at 59 million companies, where we get the opportunity to look at 930 million profiles such as yours and understand the skill gaps. What I'm sharing here is based on what companies are looking for, what skills members have, and of course, based on what skills organizations have hired for in the past. So what are some of these skills that we're looking at? We're looking at, of course, the required skills, and then we're looking at some of the preferred skills that organizations might position. So we're looking at 2 or more years in terms of experience of applying AI in a practical sense. We're looking at, of course, someone's experience with program leadership, governance, or even change management. We're also looking for those who broadly understand the solutions and the tools available for, of course, AI engineers. A lot of the community we'll be speaking to will be, of course, seasoned and well experienced on leveraging Python. But as an organization, as we seek to transform, what other skills and programming languages we might be looking for, you could get these in this session. We're also looking to understand this person's knowledge of basic algorithms and, of course, their object-oriented functional designs and principles that come with, of course, creating AI models. In terms of the preferred skills and qualifications, again, I ask you to keep an open mind here. But what we found in the past is that we're looking for people with MBAs. We're looking for people with, of course, a degree. We're looking at people with mathematical skills and, of course, experience in cloud environments. So this is just a template based on LinkedIn's insights on what we see as some of the critical skills and qualifications required in order for us to hire AI engineers. I now want to transition over to start talking about how do we go out there as an organization and meaningfully connect up with AI engineers. There are not that many AI engineers in our marketplace. And for those who are watching as job seekers, well, this is an opportunity for you. So if as an organization, right now, you're in charge of HR, recruitment, talent acquisition, or branding and marketing and employee engagement, well, from a LinkedIn perspective, we help you by providing job templates in terms of how you position this job. And when we think about positioning this job for AI engineers, here's a couple of things that we want to lead in with. Number one, we want to, of course, position who we are as an organization. So are we a healthcare? Are we a university? Are we a government agency? So let's position that up front. Of course, we know that our AI engineers are not many and that they will be looking at multiple jobs at multiple times. So let's keep it simple. Let's keep it succinct in terms of here's the role, here's what we're expecting from you, and here's the type of work environment that we will provide. Of course, it's important for us to always position our culture, our value, our work environment, because ultimately when we are posting out these jobs, we're looking to use conversational language to engage these engineers to take an interest and, of course, for them to click to apply for the roles that we have available. So that's what we are trying to do with our job descriptions. I'm going to share with you, of course, an example of a typical job description for an AI engineer. We shared this before when we did how to hire HR managers, how to hire recruiters, how to hire software developers, how to hire fundraisers, how to hire teaching assistants. We covered multiple jobs, as I said at the beginning of this live stream. And as I said that, I also pointed out for the fact that when I share these templates on job descriptions, it's not to give you an eye test, but rather to share the fact that LinkedIn, based on its insights, can help you with templates of how to hire talent out there in terms of positioning your organization's job description so that it's compelling in terms of what the role is, who you are as an organization, what the responsibilities would be, and of course, what are the skills that you're looking for. And as you can see here, we clearly outline the required skills and certifications and also the preferred ones. And what we're ultimately seeking to do is keep it short and succinct so that when AI engineers interact with our jobs, they're able to apply leveraging their LinkedIn profiles on a mobile device. So let's not make it too wordy in terms of how we're positioning the roles of AI engineers. I now want to transition over to the next section where we typically look at what are the 3 questions we would ask if we're testing for hard skills? What are the 3 questions that speak to behavioral intelligence, telling us how a candidate is most likely to react to a situation, either based on a scenario or based on experience? And then lastly, we know that when we're looking to hire holistic human beings. So we're not looking to just hire them for the hard skills that we already talked about. We're looking to also hire them for the soft skills, because as we rightfully said, AI engineers are interacting with every part of our business. They're interacting with leaders. They're interacting with those on the operational floor. They're interacting with external people. And then more importantly, they're using now the technology and the machines to understand and bridge the gap and then deliver solutions. So that is what we're transitioning into next. Let's look at the 3 questions we would ask to get a sense of behavioral intelligence for our candidate. So assuming you're the candidate and you're sitting across the desk, this is one question you might expect from a talent acquisition professional in terms of looking to hire you. So how would you describe machine learning to a non-technical person? Why are we asking this question? We're asking this question because, as we rightfully said right at the beginning, is that our AI engineers are interacting with multiple people within our business. How do they explain what AI can do to a non-technical audience? These could be our leaders, these could be our employees, or the external people who are interacting with our technology. So we're listening in to understand the communication skills that our candidate might have. Let's move on to the next question in terms of behavioral questions. Like I said, I'm looking at 3 top questions. Right now I'm on number 2, which is, tell me about a time when you worked as part of a team to complete a challenging project. Again, what we're testing for here and what we're listening for is to understand how much experience this candidate has had in terms of working independently or working as part of a team. What we're hoping that this candidate will do as they talk about, as they respond to this question, is cite credible examples that bring to life their experience in working in a complex project as part of a team or working independently to deliver those results. Let's move on to the next behavioral question that you might want to ask in terms of AI engineers. You might want to ask the question of, how do you see AI impacting the future of application development? So what you're asking for here is for the candidate to demonstrate their passion. What you're looking for is for this candidate to educate you on how deeply infused they are in industry trends, in the future of AI, and how AI is impacting data models, applications, and how AI is solving some of the challenges we have in the world of work. So what you are keenly listening into, if you are the hiring manager or the recruiter here, is the current use of AI ops and the possibility that DevOps could replace it. There's, of course, other things that you could listen into from a candidate experience. I won't go through each and every one of the points, but I'll leave you to watch this live stream again or scan the QR code that we'll share at the end that will help you get access to this content once more. Next question I might want to transfer into now is looking at hard skills. And when we're testing hard skills, this is an area that we know that our AI engineers are going to be most comfortable with. So let's start off with a question that we know they're comfortable with, and a question where we're going to be listening in for some key insights that will tell us how much this candidate knows and why this is the right candidate. So what is the most widely used programming language in artificial intelligence? And I'm willing to bet here that you're going to get 9 times out of 10, every programmer saying Python, Python, Python. But what we're also looking to get a sense of is those programmers that are working outside of the standard, those programmers that are leveraging perhaps even Java. right? So what we're looking for, and of course, if your hiring manager is partnering with you as an HR manager in this interview or as a recruiter in this interview, they might understand the technical languages a little bit better. But what we're trying to get a sense of is how many other programming languages is our engineer familiar with? And if they're leaning towards Python, is it because of its simplicity? Is it because of its popularity? And also, we're looking to understand what else they're exploring beyond the common. Next, in terms of hard skills that we ask in our interviews and how we test for them, is to perhaps even say, describe to me why you chose to work. Sorry, my mistake here. It's Monday morning. Forgive me. We might even ask the question of why you need to choose, why would you choose weak AI over strong AI? Now, if you're not au fait and you're not familiar with AI, you might ask, why this question, Stuart? What does it mean? Those who are familiar in this space will tell you that with technology, as AI engineers, they have choices in terms of which models to apply in different scenarios. They might take an approach where they say, for example, leveraging weak AI like things like Siri or Alexa, or they might want hard-coded answers that are more factual related and more stronger, closer to what they're looking to solve for. So candidates who know the difference between the leveraging of strong and weak AI will be the ones that you want to bring in. The ones who know that when we leverage a weak AI, which resembles human intelligence, no offense intended for the humans listening in, when we use weak AI, we get certain results, and that when we want advanced robotics, we can now start leveraging things like hard AI. So that will be the question that I'll ask. Secondly, in terms of testing for hard skills, my third question that I might ask is, of course, what would you do if you noticed that there was data that was missing or data that had been corrupted in your project? Now, here I'm testing to see how authentic, how honest is that candidate that I'm interviewing. Because here's the truth. Those that are in the AI space will tell you that it is normal to find data that has been corrupted or is missing. And this is the very job that they do. There is no single solution to resolving this, but what we're expecting to get out of the candidate is to understand their knowledge and their approach and their insights to resolving problems that are related with data sets or corrupted or missing information. Now I want to transition over to the last set of questions. The last set of questions are, of course, soft skills. What soft skills are we going to be testing for? You can bet your bottom buck one of the soft skills we'll be looking at is, of course, communication skills. But let's look at the first one here. It says, what's your idea of what's your ideal work environment? So we know software engineers or AI engineers, as we're talking about specifically in this call, the work that they do can be quite intense. So what we're trying to get a sense of is if our candidates are ready to succeed in the type of work environment that we provide here. Are they lone wolves? Do they ideally work well in a team? Do they work late at night? Do they work better remotely? Do they work better when they have a cubicle within the office? So what is our candidate's ideal work environment? Because this starts giving us some idea of whether, for example, this AI engineer values privacy, data protection, because these are all essential for us because the amount of data we will make available to them is significant and can have significant impact if not protected correctly. So that work environment question speaks a lot to the ethics and how that individual works. Next, I might want to ask them to give me a scenario of when they had a problem, to give me a scenario of how they resolved it, to give me a scenario of what other resources they reached out to in order to resolve that problem. So how I frame this question in terms of my candidate is describe a time when you thought outside of the box and came out with a solution. And we know there's no one fixed straight answer for this, but we're hoping that the candidates discuss with us their creative approach in resolving a problem. And this creative approach could be in interacting with people, changing processes, cleaning up the data, or applying more technology to it. Our last question in terms of soft skills, as we look into hire artificial intelligence engineers, would be what inspired you? What inspired you to work in artificial intelligence? What we're looking to get here is a true sense and purpose. What drives this person to work in this space? Is it an altruistic? Is it something to resolve problems in the world? Is it to fix something in healthcare, fix citizen services in government, fix the type of services we provide our students so that they're successful when they graduate? Or is it better communication with external stakeholders? Is it leveraging technology to address a more diverse world? Knowing that as we do this coding, whoever's interacting with our organization, irrespective of the language they speak with, they will be able to get some form of assistance from our technology. So what drives them? What keeps them engaged in this space is something you want to test as you ask the question, what inspired you to pursue a career in AI? And of course, where do you see it taking you? Folks, those are some of the ways that we help you on LinkedIn get access to, of course, skills, get access to questions, get access to templates, get access to solutions that will help you ultimately identify where these AI engineers are. And when you've identified where they are, position your jobs. And when you've positioned your jobs and you're finding that the best in class, the ones you need to hire, haven't applied, it's how do we leverage tools like LinkedIn Recruiter to reach out to these people. So in terms of where we partner with organizations, should you want to partner with LinkedIn, here's some of the things that a lot of you don't know. When you choose to partner with LinkedIn, you and I and our partners will be getting together on a quarterly basis. On a quarterly basis, here's some of the things that we look at. We look at your usage, we look at the impact of the solutions, and of course, we look at the performance of the tools and solutions you're leveraging. We join together in a quarterly meeting, one-on-one, your organization and LinkedIn, and help you plan your talent strategy by sharing, of course, best practices, industry trends. We share with you how other organizations are leveraging insights to engage talent. We also share with you some insights in terms of when you went out hiring for this job, there was a certain talent pool that looked at the job, but they ended up working for your competitor. Why? Was it the way they positioned the jobs? Was it the way they engaged candidates? Was it the benefits? We leverage all of these insights to help you and your organization get better return on investment from the partnership. So it's not just about giving you tools, it's about meeting with you on a quarterly basis to build up a workforce planning strategy together that helps you plan, hire, and develop this talent as you bring it into your own organization. Of course, this live stream is all about asking you questions, but I know today we seem to be having a bit of a technical issue because I don't see questions coming through the thread, which is a little bit awkward. We normally have questions, and I can see a lot of you are online on this live stream. In terms of solutions, there's a couple of solutions LinkedIn offers, but we don't want to go into that. We want to give you the opportunity to connect with us one-on-one. My colleagues that are in the chat, my colleagues that will help me deliver results to you are put up on the screen right now. So take a scan of that QR code, which will show you a couple of things, right? So in the QR code, you're going to find a couple of things. Number one, you're going to find LinkedIn's 17 predictions around the future of recruiting. Irrespective of roles, we are giving you some predictions on how you can get better at hiring for those roles. Number two, you're going to find LinkedIn learnings workplace learning report. What are the skills that are needed in business? And remember, we're sharing the learning report so that you can see where there are opportunities to develop internal talent for some of the roles you're hiring for. And of course, we share it so that you can position LinkedIn Learning as one of the benefits your organization offers talent when they join you. You're also going to find in the QR code some examples of how these solutions actually work. Quick, brief demonstrations. So if you have been watching, let's say, for example, you're in the business, you're not in HR, make your HR team aware of the solutions that LinkedIn has available. Make your recruiters aware of the things LinkedIn has available. Or if you have a budget and you're leading a project where you feel you need to bring in software developers, IT personnel, you need to bring in HR people, you need to bring in fundraisers, whatever your project is. And if you need help, specifically in higher education, if you're in healthcare, nonprofits, then definitely get in touch with me and my colleagues. If you're in another sector, we'll be more than glad to connect you up with some of our colleagues that are, of course, part of the LinkedIn family. So taking advantage of the QR code that I've got on screen, this will also give you a link in terms of booking time with me so that we can talk about your organization one-on-one. Folks, one last bonus thing for attending this live stream is that you're going to find in that QR code a link on how you can start building out your own individual profile. So that's a bonus tip, irrespective of whether you're looking for a job or not. You could be an HR manager, you could be a recruiter, you could be a hiring manager. Each one of us needs to build out our own professional brand stories, because those AI engineers you're trying to hire, before they click to apply for the job, they're going to look at your profile. So how transformative is your profile? What experience do you have in AI or bringing in AI talent? How does your profile speak to the things that you're trying to solve for? Or how does your profile speak to the opportunity you provide for those who come and work with you? How does your profile engage those passive candidates who might not be currently looking for a job, but upon reading what work you're doing and how you're leveraging AI across your business, how you're leveraging NLP, machine learning, all of that could actually help bring in talent into your organization. So you're going to find some tips available for you to start leveraging. I share again the QR code with you right here on screen as I give you a last opportunity to take a quick scan at it. As I said, today we seem to be having technology challenges with our streaming platform, not with LinkedIn, but with our streaming platform, because I can't see your comments and I can't see your reactions. So it's been a bit of a one-way show, but the show must go on. Of course, we continue to talk and we continue to share what we have prepared for you. But I appreciate your feedback and I'm encouraging you to give some feedback so that next week when we prepare for the next How to Hire role, we will be in a situation where we can help you in the specific roles you're interested in. So if you are in HR, if you are in talent acquisition, if you are in recruitment, if you are a hiring manager, what roles are you struggling to hire for? And what help do you need from LinkedIn? Because as you've seen, we've covered several jobs and we'll continue to cover several jobs and how we can go out there intentionally to understand where the talent is, to understand what skills are required, to understand how to position our jobs, to understand how to interview this talent and bring it into our organization. I thank you for joining me and for staying on the stream. We have done this in 40 minutes. Well done for investing time in yourself. What did you learn today? What will you share with someone that you know on LinkedIn today? Whether they're a recruiter, a hiring manager, or maybe they're a software developer or an AI engineer who's a job seeker. Or what will you share today that will help a student in terms of them building up the right skills for these new economic opportunities in AI engineering? We hope that this live stream has been inspirational. We hope that this live stream is going to get you to engage with us. We hope that this live stream inspires you to start thinking about leveraging technologies like AI to transform your business. We give you a starting block in terms of where to find the talent, what skills you need, how to interview that talent, and of course, how to ensure that you're getting results from that talent by developing it. Well, get in touch. It's time to shine, folks. It's time to shine as recruiters. It's time to shine as talent acquisition professionals. It's time to shine as branding, talent branding and marketing, working together with HR to attract some of this talent that we need to stand out and transform our businesses. It's time to shine as organizations, positioning our leaders, our talent, positioning some of the benefits of working for us. At the beginning of this live stream, I mentioned the fact that the industries that are mostly looking for AI engineers are higher education, government, non-profits, commercial sectors. I even mentioned the fact that universities are looking for this talent. With that in mind, we know that, of course, in the commercial sector, banks, telecommunications, and other organizations that are well-heeled and well-funded and can probably pay more than your organization are looking for the same talent. So how do we position our institution, our college, our university as a great place to work, as a place where talent can be developed, as a place where talent can come and thrive? How do we position the sabbatical benefits that you offer, flexi time? How do we position other great things that your organization offers to bring in this talent? Well, we do this by partnering together. It's time to shine, folks, and I wish you a productive and a successful Monday. Unfortunately, today, unlike other live streams where I take your questions and I answer your questions, we seem to be having a bit of a technology challenge, and I've not been able to bring that up on screen. However, what I am able to bring up on screen is a short video around, of course, the value that LinkedIn provides for those who are looking to get jobs. And then what we also will look at as the video as we close out on this is, of course, the value that LinkedIn provides with all of the insights that it can give your organization to help you plan, hire, and develop the right talent. I wish you a productive and a successful Monday. And of course, join me on Friday for the Sizzler, where we tend to talk to job seekers, help them find jobs. And then, of course, we return next Monday to look at another job. So if you will join me, keep a lookout for the invite. Have a fantastic week.
LinkedIn's economic graph is a digital representation of the global economy. As members change jobs, as companies evolve, as positions are posted, as skills are learned, the economic graph grows. And now we're helping those members, taking what they're adding to the graph and creating new opportunities with those insights. From business owners, to company builders, to culture creators, to policymakers, students, and strivers. The global LinkedIn community is contributing to the economic graph, bringing people and communities together to create opportunities for others, one member at a time.
What am I searching for? In job terms?
I'm searching for a job where I'm in charge.
That doesn't feel like work.
Search for a job because it's time to move out.
I'm searching for a job that's creative,
that shares my values,
where I can have a lion.
I'm looking for a job where I can socialise.
I'd love a pay rise.
A job where I can make a difference.
I was made redundant. Yeah, it was really hard. Because, yeah.
I'm searching for a job right now.
That breaks down barriers, where I can help people.
I just want to be outdoors.
I'm looking for a job that believes in me.
That gets me back on my feet.
That's flexible.
That's easy what I can do.
I think it's just about being happy.
I found my job.
I found my job.
And I found my job on LinkedIn.